AstroTarot Show, and I'm your celestial host, Serona Rose. And we have a lot to talk about, and you know, it's a good thing that I only have a few minutes because I could keep you on here all day. There's so much stuff that's going on, there's so many happenings, and I want to talk to you all. So let's talk about some highlighted stuff that is going on in our skies, okay? First, we have the X flares that's going on. Um, those have been happening, so you could have felt these. They're very strong, and they have made people feel tired and things like that. Headaches, um, almost feeling like a cold. Sometimes that can happen. Some people have reported feeling that way. So if that's been going on with you, maybe take a step and in finding out what's going on with you, why you're feeling that way. And if there's nothing really going on, maybe you just need some rest and some relaxation. So to nurture that. Astrology to me is so important because, especially our birth chart, because our birth chart is like a blueprint to our life. It's like we know deep in our mind that we have this purpose and we have this mark. And, even our ancients knew this. Our ancient ancestors used astrology a lot. They used it for many, many different things. And when we come into this world, we're handed a gift. We are handed a gift of life to live how we want. And astrology is one of those oldest and simplest, and as well as stable, ancient ways that we can look into the depths of ourselves. Now, the Egyptians brought us the exact degrees on the chart, and those are very, very important because those exact degrees, those tell us where the moon will be and where certain placements will be. And that is a true gift because as we can, all of us have our own little birth time. That's very important because that's that timestamp of when we enter the world. And that helps sets our rising sign. So if you haven't had your birth chart done, I urge you to go do that. There is plenty. I can't even think of some of the sites. There's plenty of sites out there that you can go to get a free birth chart. So the birth time is important. If you don't know that, I would say check into that. Now, people ask me about an ascendant or a rising sign. That is the moment of birth. This is very important, and that offers your unique expression. So that's a little bit of information for astrology. So let's talk about what's going on for the 18th of January to the 25th of January. We have a new moon that's coming up, but before we have that, we are moving into the zodiac sign of Aquarius. So happy birthday to all of you Aquarius sun sign people out there. Happy birthday. On January 20th, the sun moves into the sign of Aquarius and energy does change. So Aquarius, that sign is associated with our circulatory system, our calves, our shins, our ankles. It's that lower part of our body that keeps us moving, it keeps us striving. This is a masculine sign, and it is a fixed air sign, meaning it's very opinionated, and sometimes they can put on the blinders and they don't see anything but their own way. So that's, fixed signs are good and bad. Again, we have that polarity there. Now, its planet is Uranus. And Uranus has really been in the charts for a while because he's had a lot of different aspects that has affected the energy. Now, I will say that planets don't make things happen. They are offering an energetic frequency, and it's our free will. It's us using our free will to choose how we are, how we respond to that energy, how we relate to it. Now, the sign of Aquarius is the water bearer. And you will see a person, and I've seen a man, a woman, but it's a person holding a bucket, and it's like they're pouring out water. But Aquarius is not a water sign, it's an air sign. So that is being pulled out is it is information, energy. It's dispensing it all for all of the people, because that's what Aquarius represents, is the all of the people. And when he's pouring this out, this is a gift that we are given from Aquarius. And this gift, it represents creation, and it is the giving of life. It is a creation. That's what life is, a creation. Now, the polarity of it is Leo, and Leo is a fire sign. It's masculine as well. So, whereas it's like Leo is the actor, whereas Aquarius is the mind behind it all. So, Aquarius's keyword is I know. And that's what they want. They want to know. They want to know why. Aquarius is information. And it's our circulatory system. So when we are having issues with our circulatory system, then our body is having issues with relating messages, and throughout all of our body. So that is, that's why that's key. So Aquarius's word, is associations, is knowledge, it's wisdom, it's information. This sign, the people that are Aquariuses are generally kind. This is a sign of kindness, a sign of charity, easygoing. It's kind of like the live and let live energy. And the attitude is one of being honest and helpful. So, I like Aquarius. My moon is Aquarius, so I can identify a little bit with that. Now, as the moon is moving through the signs, we're getting ready to have our new moon on the 21st. The moon passes by before she is new. She meets up with the sun. She passes by Pluto. And when she's going by Pluto, she's there to release some stuck emotions, some things that just have kind of, maybe she wasn't really sure about, she didn't know. So during Pluto, she was having to release those. She figured out, okay, this is the dead weight. I need to cut this off. So when she meets the sun in Aquarius, she's ready for a new beginning. And they are very highlighted. New moons are all about new beginnings, right? So in Aquarius, this is really good energy, because this is the future. This is forward thinking. They will actually meet up at 1 degree and 33 seconds of Aquarius. So, and they would round that up to 2 degrees. But again, this is in the beginning stages of Aquarius. So this is new energy. This is newness. Now, one thing that we do have to remember is that its planet is Uranus. And where is Uranus? Well, Uranus is in Taurus, and he is retrograde. And in Taurus, he is, this is going to be connecting to our money, our land, our food, everything that has to do with earth. It's going to be relating to that. So again, we can look at our food, and this is going to keep going on, and it will get better, but this is affecting that. It's bringing, sometimes we have to see something, we have to be jarred awake in order to see things have to change. We as humans, we can get so complacent with ourselves. We can get stuck in our rut and just, it is what it is. We get up, go to work, do our thing, go home. We fail to live and to wake up and to realize that we're here and this special opportunity that we have. Life is such a gift. It's such a wonderful treasure, and it's what you do with it. Your free will is what you do with it that is going to really impact how your life is lived. Um, Uranus is that surprise energy. And with a new moon, it can feel there can be some new energy some new information that could come in that can shock us a little bit, maybe wake up, maybe give us a wake up call. But it's going to allow us to shine brighter. There's also hints to new opportunities that's coming, that can come about around this new moon. Around that can be this energy could be bringing those new opportunities to you. Jupiter is still in Aries, and this is great energy. This is always known. If you have in your birth chart, if your Jupiter is in Aries, then this is always considered a very good luck energy. Jupiter expands. It's expansive. So whatever sign that it gets in, it likes to expand. So this is Jupiter in Aries is the natural leader. This is the energy of confidence, of enthusiasm, of just being that leader, of just being able to step up and take the reins and, do what needs to be done. And it's helping us to have faith in ourselves in order to have that self-confidence and be enthusiastic in our endeavors. And we should be going after our passions. We should not be going after things because, it sounds good. Go after what you want to do. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're not hurting anybody and not hurting yourself, life is here to be explored. The sun is opposing Lilith, and this is one thing that is really going to be encouraging us to find that balance, because Lilith is going to be in Leo, where she's going to want to shine her purpose, and the sun is in Aquarius, which is about the people. So here the sun is saying is meeting this bright sun is meeting the darker, I guess you would call Lilith the Black Madonna. She would be referred to that, in that what I'm talking about is that it's okay to shine from that. It's okay to build your future. She is in Leo about a purpose. So yes, build your future, but allow it to help others. And so Lilith is going to be taking what she has learned and all of her lessons that she's had in Cancer, and she's going to be using them in Leo, and at this time opposing the sun. So it's going to be allowing her to see what is holding her back from that future so that she can go forward. When they oppose each other, they're having to come, it's kind of like head to head. It's like, okay, we have to, when any sign opposes, when they're opposing, it's about, we have to work this out. We have different views, and we need to find a balance. So again, here we are, we're calling for that harmony. There has to be that masculine and feminine harmony there for that flow. Saturn is still in Aquarius, and that is the push-pull of of Saturn, the limited versus Aquarius, which is, sky's the limit. Aquarius is about freedom, whereas Saturn is about restriction and can be about keeping you in a square. So, but he's in those later degrees of Aquarius, and he is coming out of that. So, and other aspects he was tightly in, especially with Uranus, and that energy is loosening up and is kind of it'll dwindle out. It'll take some time, but it will calm down just a little bit. Now on the 22nd, the moon squares Uranus, and this could be a wake-up call in your emotions. It's something that something you're feeling that you can't ignore anymore. Something happens it's something that you've been feeling, and something happens that brings it to the forefront, and you can't ignore it anymore. So watch out for that. That could be happening this week. on the 20, also on the 22nd, that is the Chinese New Year, and that will be the year of the rabbit. I am a rabbit, and I look forward to listening and reading the magazine that the Witch's Brew magazine that, and Melissa writes about the Chinese zodiac there. So by the 25th, the moon is already in Aries, and that is an energy change starting its new cycle. And she'll be meeting up with Jupiter soon. So again, that's going to be some expansive energy. Now, all planets that have been in Capricorn are going to start moving into Aquarius, and that is really changing. Like Mercury has been retrograde, and now on the 18th he stations, comes direct, and he will begin going forward in Capricorn, and he will enter Aquarius on the 11th. So let's talk about this new moon in Aquarius. The new moon in Aquarius will be at 5:53 p.m. Eastern on the 21st. So the lineup is the sun will move into Aquarius, and that is new energy, then followed by the new moon, and then of course the Chinese New Year. And this is very much a new energy, new beginning, new cycle energy. Aquarius energy is growing strong. Saturn is connecting into this, but again, he is coming out as we're coming from Capricorn into Aquarius. This is a shift from our personal responsibility to our responsibility to our community and to our surrounding. And this is what I really want to talk about. Aquarius is about the people, and it's about forward thinking for the people. And we have to really look at things. We can't be ignorant towards certain things. We can't do things because, oh, this is the new thing, and we can't have it worse than what we're leaving behind. So in essence, it could be taking something that we have and then working on it to work better and smoother with the environment, instead of taking such a scrap leap. As in, Aquarius wants to do that and wants to jump forward. We also have to understand that, things don't just do that. Things just can't really change overnight. It has to be a process. So we can't swap out one bad thing for another. We have to see, just because it doesn't affect us, just because we don't have child labor, we don't have certain things, doesn't mean that we can allow it to be in other places. So we are looking at ourselves and our individual. If we are wanting to take better care of the earth and the environment, then what are you doing yourself? Correct. Capricorn is about your personal responsibility. And as we get into Aquarius, it is about your responsibility to the community, to the rest. What is your responsibility to that? When we come here, we're not here to be alone in a cave. Although some of us would like to do that, and maybe that is needed every now and then, because all the great ones went to the caves, right? And stayed for a while and came back enlightened. But we have to work together. We're here to work together. We're here to grow together. And it's time to leave that older kind of archaic thought form behind us, whereas it's all for me, baby, and it's me or nothing else. Because if you are living just for you and no one else, then your children are going to suffer from that. Your grandchildren are going to suffer from that, and so forth. This is about what legacy that you can leave behind for not just, just for the world. What can you do to help change? Aquarius wants us to be innovative. It wants us to be original. It's feeding us energy and information, and it's what we do with it that matters. We always talk about we have free will, but we don't really realize what that means. Free will is you have to freely will yourself to do it, will your intent, so forth. So Now, Mars is direct, and he's direct in Gemini, and he went direct in Gemini the 11th, 12th time frame. So in this, Mars in Gemini can bring siblings against each other, brother against brother, sister against sister. He is the planet of war. But this is also a placement of a lot of uh, scattered energy, and just unfocused, and it can be one of distractions. So we have to really watch out for distractions. I always think about, especially with Mercury, we're still in his shadow. He is direct, but we're still in his shadow. Okay, he is a trickster, so we have to be careful with that. We can't, pay attention to what's going on over here and just keep all of our stuff, all of our sight over here, and ignore what's going on there. Be very careful that you don't get lost in that, into an illusion, and not see the bigger picture of what's going on. We're moving forward, but we're still having some things that we have to work out. That's why he's going slow. There's still some things that we need to work out here. Um, this is regarding how we think socially. Um, Mars Mars is how we engage. So when we're in Gemini, it's about how we are thinking socially, and that concept. But Mars is how we engage in that, how we are going to go forward. So this is our mental and our physical. Moving forward, but it's not quite together. That's the this mental and this physical. It could be your mind going too fast and your tongue can't keep up with it. I have that problem a lot. So we have to work at grounding that, making sure we don't let that go wild, and grounding that so we can focus, and do those things that we're wanting to do. Stay where we're wanting to go. We can see what's going on around us, yes, but we know the path that we want to go down, and we're keeping our intention there. So the new moon does not have a lot of aspects, but I will say that this is some of this energy can make us feel uncomfortable. And the reason that it's making us feel a little uncomfortable is because it's trying to push us out of a rut. You see that, like I said, we are trying to work things out. There's still something we have to work out. And if we still keep going back into our comfort zones, into the nice, comfy place where, sticking our head in the sand, so to speak, we're not going to be able to work through those. So we're going to have to stand up and face some things. There is also a sextile that is beginning with Mars, but we are, I do apologize. There's a sextile that's coming up between from the Sun and Jupiter that's really going to help us and give us a lot of hope. So that is a good thing. Now, I want to talk about the Lunar New Year. I listened to Joey Yap, and it's YAPP. And he talks about the Chinese zodiacs and stuff. And he divided, he was talking about the Lunar New Year. The Chinese Lunar New Year is the 22nd, and it's the year of the water rabbit. So this is a very important day. And as I do feel that when we do have this energy, we do have this Chinese New Year, I do feel that we are going to be able to kick up and go forward more and feel like that it's actually a new year. Rabbits represent fertility and quickness, but we do have to watch out for making some rash decisions. Rabbits are very quick, so they can jump into things. And he has divided the Lunar New Year, the Water Rabbit Lunar New Year, up in 4 different classes. And I'm going to talk about these because these are really good. So those that will do really good for the Water Rabbit year will be what he calls the 3 kings. The 3 kings are the goat, the dog, and the rabbit. So for the goat, the dog, and the rabbit, they will be top of their game, and everything that you have invested in will come back and come back to you. Things will be coming to fruition. Those things you've been working on, investing in, so forth, will be coming into fruition. So the warriors of this year will be the rat, the monkey, and the horse. So this is a time, he says, of epic times in your life. And this is where you're going to have to step up in your life. You're going to have to, you can't step back anymore. It's time you got to step up and face some of these challenges. And it's time to live in your glory as a warrior should, to step up and defeat those challenges that come face to face with you. He said this will be an epic year for that. So I can feel that too. I can see how some of that is, you know, when I look forward sometimes in astrology, I can see how that is playing out. So anyway, the 3rd cast is the wizards, and those will be the dragon, the tiger, and snake. So for the dragon, the tiger, and the snake, there could be some unexpected obstacles that could be coming up in your life, but it's going to allow you to shine from within. It's going to allow you to step up and be the best you can be. This is shining from the inside out. So this is a year of growth for you. Now the last one, the 4th cast, is the healer. And the healers would be the ox, the rooster, and the pig. These people could be a popular person to go to. For those that are oxes, roosters, or pigs, you could be the person that a lot of people starts coming, be coming into your life more. It could be a time of it could be a time to help you see things in a new perspective. And it's a year of reflection for you. You know, you will be that kind of person that can have everybody's back, but then wonder who has your back. So this could be that time, and we all go through that. You know, we all go through that healer part to where people come to you, and you know, yet there you are. Many of us are that way, and unfortunately, that's how it is, because those of us that are healers, we're there to offer that healing and that help. So this year of reflection is going to help you see things in a different light, a different perspective, and it's going to help you for the year to come, to help you grow and you know, to become a better version of yourself. So that is it. Again, I want to remind you that we do have that green comet coming up on the 2nd of February. That is on Imbolc, so I'm really excited about that. If you want to find out more information of the Chinese zodiac, you can always check out the Witch's Brew magazine. Melissa Anderson writes something beautiful every Chinese New Year. So that is it for the astrology part. Please stay tuned for the tarot part of the show, and I will see you all in just a few moments.